What's going on? What's going on, everybody? This is episode number 4. Episode number 4. I know I've been gone, but we are back. I am excited. But today we are not recording by the fireside. But as you can see, we in the garage. The garage is the place where we work on something on the inside. The garage is the place where you pull the car in and you pop the hood and you begin to work on the things that are most important to this car to run. This is where you find the engine. This is where you find the battery, the lifeline, the support that makes this car keep going. And just like a car, your insides need the attention like yearly. Like cars are said that every 3 months or so many thousand miles, we're supposed to get an oil change. We need to get all of that dirty, all that gunk flushed out of us. And I really believe the situation we're in now, this COVID-19, the stay home, that we're all at home and we're having to deal with some internal things. And I believe God is flushing out some of the gunk in our lives. Many of us, most of us have gotten to a place now where we want to lose a little bit of weight. Many of us have got to a place right now where we really want to make sure our education level is where it should be. And we're reading some of the books and we're checking up on some things. Many of us, or most of us, are at the place now where God has been pushing us to tighten up who we are. Some of you guys that are athletes, your sport, your season has ended abruptly, or they've canceled the season. And most of you guys, ones that are really smart, I see you still at home working on your basketball. My son Kyler, he's lifting weights. He can't go to the gym, but he's lifting weights. And this is a time when we can really get our insides to the place where they need to be. This is a time where we can get to a place where we can fix our relationships that have been broken. This is the time where we can get some of the work done inside the house so that when I have guests come over, it looks a lot better. It looks more presentable. God has given us all time because we've all been running around. We go here and we go there and we run to church and then we go to work for 8 hours, or some of us 10 hours. And then we run to the gym and we stay so busy that we haven't been able to work on the inside. I believe God is using the situation of staying at home for us to work on our inside. And it's kind of like the stage that a butterfly goes through, like when it's a caterpillar at first, and then it goes into this cocoon or the life stage. If you Google butterfly life stage, you'll see there's a stage called the pupa, P-U-P-A, where it is wrapped or is protected inside of a cocoon, and there's some things that are done on the inside that we don't even see. And I believe God is doing some work on the inside of all of us. He's getting us right. I mean, there was times when I really used to preach to you guys, I really used to preach to young people about peer pressure. But now we're not going to the malls. The malls are closed. Now we're not in college. The colleges are closed. We're not in school. The schools are closed. We're not in front of the coaches and they're running us down. We're not at the church and they're judging us. But we're all alone and God is still working on us on the inside. It's such a blessing that He loves us so much that he's really interested in getting that oil changer. He's getting that transmission flush, that after so many miles, you got to get your transmission flush so you can get some clean stuff, so you can get some new stuff put inside of you. And don't worry, because this is all God's doing. He has you in the cocoon and you're protected. He has you wrapped inside of that silk while He's doing the work on the inside. And the funny thing, when I was doing some research on it, is they said, because I looked and I said, how long are you in a cocoon? And it says it varies. Some are in for a couple weeks. Some are in for a month. Some have been in for 2 years. However long as it takes for them to develop into that butterfly. And that same energy or that same cells that the cocoon, that the caterpillar came in with, those same cells or that same larva that they had, is used to produce the legs, or is used to produce those beautiful wings that the butterfly comes out with. Do you understand some of the things that happened before this COVID-19, some of those strongholds, some of those tests, some of those trials, some of the sin in your life, some of the disappointments? He's using that same energy. He's using those negative things to prepare to build those wings that you're going to have, to give you the legs that you're going to need to walk. You're not going to be crawling on your stomach any longer. When you come out of this COVID, when you come out of this situation, you're going to come out better. Have you ever seen A butterfly, they're so beautiful. If you go down to Franklin Park, one of the most beautiful things they have there's a butterfly exhibit, and until you're surrounded by all these beautiful butterflies that are all uniquely made, different colors, that's a whole nother message. You understand? You are uniquely made, and God is working on you in this system, because like he's taking you away. So the only competition, the only thing you're seeing is yourself. You're not going to college now. You're not like in competition with those guys. You're not even playing at AAU and you're trying to be better than the next person, or you're trying to beat this team, or you're trying to be like that person. God has put us in a place to where we're in this cocoon, and he's able to work on us. He's able to get us to where we need to be. So hold on, keep your mind, keep your peace, because you're just in the cocoon. You're not lost. You're not thrown away. You're not falling apart. But God is working on the inside. He's giving you an oil change. He's flushing your transmission so that when you come out of this, you'll come out better. Before me and my wife ever get on the road to travel, one of the first things we do is we take the car to the shop. Oh my goodness. We take the car to the shop and we get the tires checked. We get the oil change. We have a professional. We have a master mechanic do the work. And then you understand that in 2020, we all started the year excited. We all talked about 2020, the year of vision. This is my goals. This is my dreams. This is what I'm going to do. And 2 months in, we had this coronavirus hit. And now it seems like all of our goals and our dreams have been set back. But do you understand that before God gives you on that journey, before God takes you on that next vacation, before God takes you to that next place, he wants to just kind of get your tires checked. He wants to get them rotated. He wants to get them balanced. He wants to get you an oil change, get you cleaned up. And do you understand? You're at a place where God is just working on you. You can smile. You don't have to keep sweating. You don't have to keep wondering if you're in the right place, if you're at the right time, or what's going to happen. Do you understand? If you're watching this, you're in a place where God has just put you in a cocoon, and he's just wrapping you up. He's preparing you. He's getting some things out of you that need to be removed. We all say that prayer. Lord, search my heart. If there's anything in me that's unlike you, you can take it away. Well, I'm telling you, with this coronavirus, he's taking it away. The butterfly in the cocoon, some said it took a couple weeks. Some say it took a month. Some might say it might take 2 years until you're ready. And so many times we wrestle with what God's trying to do with us in our lives. So many times we're fighting with what God is trying to make us to become, that it takes us longer than it takes some of the other people. Today, I'm telling you, relax in this cocoon. Let God do the work. Let God work on you on the inside. It's okay. It's okay. You're going to feel uncomfortable. But when he tells you to do something, just do it. If he says, you know what, you need to get in your word more, make it on purpose to get in your word more. If he's telling you to lose a little bit of weight, lose a little bit of weight. Begin to eat a little bit better. Begin to work out. Begin to exercise. He's giving us all the time. I mean, like I understand the frustration. I'm frustrated. I get worried about it. But before, when I had issues and when I had problems, or when the world was driving me crazy, I was able to get to church on Sunday, and I could praise my way out of it. I could preach my way out of it. Or when me and my wife were having issues, I could take her out to dinner and we could have a nice meal and kind of like get rid of it. I could apologize and I could get rid of some of the situations, but not anymore. Like, we're working side by side. We don't even get to go to separate offices. And it's a blessing to work together. But it's also like sometimes it's a curse, because it's hard when you want to do right. When you're with the same person all the time. You have some like some of y'all. I understand you're working out some situations with your brothers and sisters that you thought y'all was cool, but you got together and now it's like y'all button heads and y'all having some situations. God is working on our relationships as well. He's working on who we are. He's working on like he's working on your insides. So just relax in that. God is doing it. It's not peer pressure this time. You're not having to worry about what he said or what she said, but it's what he's saying. And he's speaking to your heart. He's like as a preacher, there's so many times you want people to understand, you want people to believe that God is speaking to them. And people are saying, I mean, how do you know God? Like, that's one of the biggest questions I get from young people. How do you know God is speaking to you? Well, now you're finding yourselves in a situation where we're all required to stay home. We can't go to the gym and work out that frustration. We can't go to the mall and spend some money what they call it, retail therapy to get through those tough times. We have got to sit back and just let God work on us. Like, who's been speaking to you then? Who's telling you that you need to lose some weight? Because you ain't seen nobody at the mall. Who's telling you you need to work on your relationship with your wife or your mother or your brother, or work on that relationship with your son or your daughter that you haven't been around? Because you haven't been to church. They're not preaching about it at church. They're not talking about it on the news. Like, you're not getting to see them. We're all staying at home. Like, that's God speaking to you. That's God working on you. And when he speaks, listen. Because the Bible says that all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord. And it also says that he's ordered, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. We all want to be good men. We all want to be good young men. We all want to be good teenagers. We all want to be good at whatever it is that we're chasing, or whoever it is that God has identified us as. We all want to be good. I came by to tell you that the steps of a good man or woman or teenager or basketball player or doctor or lawyer or college student or accountant, whatever it is, are ordered by the Lord. And rest tonight, rest today, understanding that he is working on the inside of you. You're not going crazy. He's working on the inside of you. He's getting that oil change. He's getting your tires rotated, because he's getting ready to take you on a journey. He's getting ready to take you to a place that you've never seen before. We're living in a time where what we're seeing now has never been seen before. And you getting ready to go on a journey after this is over that you've never seen before. We're all excited when we get back to school. We're all going to be more excited when we get to go back to AAU. We're going to get more excited when it's time to play baseball again. We're going to get more excited when it's time to go back to high school. Let me talk to the seniors just real quick, because this dropped on my heart just now. You guys, the class of 2020, whether if it's high school or college, you guys have spent your time, you've paid your dues, and now because of this virus, you've missed out on some of those senior opportunities, the prom, the graduation, just those last few months to say goodbye to friends and family. Use these missed opportunities that you had to wrestle with. Use these missed opportunities to fuel you for your future relationships, for your future opportunities. You guys should go into college. You guys should start your careers at a whole nother level, a whole sense of awareness, a sense of urgency, to where you never know when you're going to get this opportunity. You never know when you're going to get to go to work. You never know when you're going to get to go to the mall. You never know when you're going to get to graduate. You never know when you're going to get to say goodbye to your friends again. Use this as a sense of urgency, class of 2020, and take this to the next level, so where you guys will be way farther than the class of 2021 or the class that's behind you, or the couple classes ahead of you. They just got to go to graduation. It was just given to them. Prom was just there. Saying goodbye to your teachers last time, saying goodbye to your best friends, going on those last dates, doing some of those senior pranks. Like, it was all just given to them. But it was snatched away from you guys. I'm praying for you. I'm believing God for you. But class of 2020, this like to see the high school basketball tournaments just canceled. Like, there was teams that had won. Like, you never finish your season on a win unless you won the championship. And there was 8 or 9 teams still left here in the state of Ohio that they won their game and the season ended. There was teams like Gahanna's team, they only lost 2 games this year, and they never got to have a banquet. They never got to celebrate with their brothers. They never got to celebrate with the coaches. So we have to take advantage of these opportunities. We have to take advantage of every moment we get. Some of you guys were preparing for spring sports that never happened. So when your spring sport comes around, because it's coming back, I want you to be the one that's the most prepared. I want you to be the one that's most excited. Y'all felt like, man, I don't really feel like going to church. I'm tired. I'm worn out. I mean, I'll get there when I get there. I'm gonna watch church online. That was our mindset a few weeks ago, about a month ago. But now church has been taken away. And now we're fighting to get back into the church. We can't wait to get back into church. And I see everybody all over Facebook talking about, oh, when they open the doors of the church, I'm gonna be the first one there. I'm gonna be like there's a sense of urgency that's created in chaos. Use that. Don't let that thing go to sleep. Don't like when they say we can come back out, and I'm not having to record in the garage anymore. I can go out to the mall. I can go out and take my wife out. And I can take the boys out, and we can go watch AAU games, and I can scream and holler like that crazy parent that I am. Use this moment to work on something on the inside of you. We've all said, be the best you. Take advantage of your opportunities. One life to live. Like we've all said it. We've all talked about it. We've all clapped our hands about it. We've all said, I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. But most of us got into the house of the Lord and we start checking our phones. Most of us got in the house of the Lord and we start fixing our makeup. Most of us got in the house of the Lord and we sat back and we waited until they played our song. We sat back and waited until service was over. Let's use this opportunity. God is working on the inside. He is working on the inside. He's turned, I told my wife earlier this week, he's turned our world upside down. And I'm going to post some pictures of me upside down. And I'm going to post something on Twitter. I think I'm going to put it on Twitter. And I'm going to ask the question. Think about it. I'm going to pose that to you today while I'm closing. Think about, what do you do? What object do you take and turn upside down? Like throughout the week, throughout the day. What do you take and turn upside down? And why do you do it? Some things that come to mind is when I'm putting ketchup on some fries, I want to turn the bottle upside down. When I'm taking a drink of my pop and I want to get some out, I turn it upside down to drink it. When I'm pouring some milk into my bowl of cereal, I turn the milk jug upside down. You turn something upside down to get something out of it. You turn it upside down to get what's inside of it out. Do you understand? God has turned our worlds upside down. And I know it might not feel comfortable. I know mentally you're going through. I know mentally you're struggling because you're upside down. But God has taken this opportunity to turn us all upside down, turn our world upside down to get something out of us. Oh, to get something out of us. Like even our employers, now there's opportunities to work from home. Where so long they said, no, you can't work from home. No, we need everybody in the office. You got to be here. Now they're giving us the opportunities to work from home. Now everybody's washing their hands like we should have been washing our hands. Now everybody's covering when you cough like we should have been covering when we cough. Now everybody's excited to get back to church like they should have been excited to get back to church. Now everybody that sings in a choir or plays music or all the preachers, we all want to get back and use our gifts because we should have been excited then to use our gifts. All those guys that lost a basketball season or lost a not football, but lost baseball or track, or your basketball season was cut short. Now you're excited to get back to the season. Those that got pulled away from college. Those that are kind of felt like, oh, I don't know, man, this is my last time college, I'm done. Like now they're home and they're missing it. They're craving that. Do you understand? God has turned us upside down so he can get out of us what's inside of us. The reason you feel like you're losing your mind, the reason you keep like wanting to mentally get better is because God has turned you upside down to get out of you what's inside of you. I'm praying for you. I love you guys. This is Fireside Chats. But today we in the garage, and I'm gonna do a series on this. I think the next episode, I'm gonna get some of the young boys. I'm gonna get some people your age. I'm gonna get some college students. I'm gonna get some high school students, and I'm gonna have them come, and I'm gonna ask them the simple questions. What are you doing to keep your mind right? What are you doing to keep you mentally right? What are you doing to get through these situations? How are you feeling? And we're gonna see their answers, and I'm praying that it'll bless you. I'm praying that it'll encourage you. And we're going to dive into this Michael Jordan series. I'm having a great time watching that. We're in two weeks. And that's a great place to see because MJ was on a whole different mindset up here. Yeah, he could jump a little bit higher than some. Yeah, he was stronger than some. Yeah, he knew how to dribble. Yeah, he stuck his tongue out when he played. But MJ is that same guy that got cut in high school. MJ does have big hands, but he's only 6'6" or so. I see guys 6'6" every day that aren't like MJ. And he has some God-given ability, but the thing I think that sets MJ apart from most, the thing that sets MJ apart in a whole other class is his mindset. And this Last Dance series has been mind-blowing for me, watching his mindset on how we work out, how we practice. Last week when he got beat when they showed him getting beat by the Detroit Bad Boys, shout out to Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, those were my guys. But when he got beat that year, he didn't cry, he didn't complain, he didn't walk off the court, he didn't say, I need some new teammates. He said, you know what, I got to get stronger. I got to get better. Next year, I'm going to be passing out some beatings. Next year, and he didn't just do it for himself. He got his whole teammates. He got everybody around him to get better. And they all went to lifting, and they all went to training. They all got tougher. They all had the mindset. And if you watched last week's series, you saw they came out and they swept my bad boys. They beat them bad. It was embarrassing. They beat them at their home court because they worked on the inside. Yeah, he worked on his jump shot. Yeah, he worked on his crossover. But it was the inside. When Scottie Pippen got knocked down, MJ said, when Scottie didn't react to that, getting shoved to the ground, that flagrant foul, it was nothing they could do then. He just got up, he says, another foul. That's the mindset. And in this COVID situation, in this moment where we're having to stay home, it's been a month or so, probably a little bit over a month. It has been tough for you. I know it's been tough for me. But understand that God is just working on the inside. You're in the cocoon. I done said it once and I'll say it again. You're in the cocoon. And when you come out of this, you're going to come out better. You're going to come out with your wings. You're going to come out to where when people see you, like when you was a caterpillar, people didn't even see you. They just stepped right over you. It took you forever to get to places when you were just a caterpillar. But here in a minute, you're going to be a butterfly. And people going to stop and they're going to take pictures of you. When you see a butterfly floating through the sky and you walking, you'll pull your phone out and try and get a quick picture of them. God's going to put you in front of some cameras. He's going to put you in front of the limelight. God's going to allow people to see you when you get done with this, and you're going to be better than you were when you started. God bless you guys. I will see you guys here soon in episode number 5. God bless you.